back once again. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, UTR proudly presents Talk Yo Shit. Hey, look, y'all asked for it. Y'all was wondering. Y'all was like, where'd y'all go? We need a part two. Well, here it is. Part two of family business. You understand what I'm saying? So we gonna get into it. We about to get into it. We didn't get through everything through the first show, but we gonna try to get through them tonight. Your story may have been picked and may not. It may have been picked. Just stay tuned and listen, and we gonna give you that talk your shit perspective the way the way us five only know we can at the end of the day. So get ready, stay tuned, put the kids to bed because they are not allowed to listen to this at all. Cause it's about to be some shit. So let's get into it. Professor, if you please be so kind.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hold on 1 second, y'all, cause my ice machine was on. I don't need to make an ice behind me, and y'all trying to figure out what's going on. Um, and the story goes a little something like this.
Hit it. Lolly dolly.
Dear UTR, when I was 22, I met a man who I was really attracted to. But what he provided for me definitely wasn't his attention. We dated and got married, and in that time of dating and getting married, I never really loved him. But as the years went by, I started to see how this man truly cared for me. He showed me unconditional love, no matter what it was. I recently gotten pregnant, and when I tell you he genuinely took care of me through my entire pregnancy, I knew that then I had grew to love that man. Now, my sister, who has always been bitter about anything that didn't concern her, said she was going to tell him I never loved him the whole time and I only liked what he could provide for me. What should I do? Signed, I'm finally in love.
Mm-mm-mm. If jealousy was a person, that's one thing I would get for that's one thing I would get from it. Because if you're sitting there bitter about, you know, your sister finally embracing happiness at this point, that that just shows that you whew,
Whew.
man, Steve Wilkos ain't got shit on this. But but for me, but for me, just you got to X like people like that out of your life, like off rip.
Mm, panel. Jared, are you thinking or are you answering it with your mind?
Man, man. Mm.
All right, I'll break the ice.
Go
Fuck
ahead,
your
my boy.
sister. Fuck your fucking sister. Let me tell you something.
You got it.
How? First and foremost, if you finally in love and you genuinely love that person and you feel in your heart that that person genuinely loves you, doesn't matter what the rest of the world thinks about it, honestly, because everybody's not made to love your happiness at the end of the day. People just be, how shall I say, upset because they haven't found what you have yet. So honestly, if someone is in a way of your happiness and you truly genuinely feel and that person has shown, fuck everybody and their feelings. Next.
If I was a pregnant sister, I'd just go tell my other sister, go tell, go snitch. What am I losing at this point? At the end of the day, people fall in love at different times of the relationship. Some people might fall deeper in love at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, like I'm not losing if you tell my husband that I was never really in love until now. And I live by the aspect of what can you do for me, not what are you, I live by the aspect of what can you do for me. At the end of the day, I stayed by him. I was loyal to him. I'm having his baby. I never stepped out. At the end of the day, I just happened to fall deeper in love after I figure out, or after I came to my realization of how good of a person he is. So at the end of the day, You want to be that sister that I cut off for the rest of my life and go tell. I'm not losing my husband, or I'm not losing my baby daddy, or whoever he is to this woman. I'm not losing him. So next,
You know what, fellas? Talk y'all shit.
Well, first and
Real.
foremost, Aaron, you got a baby daddy and you didn't tell me.
yeah, he's really really dark. He got no beard. He got like a couple dreads.
You know,
In fact, you go to his house from time to time.
oh, you mean you sleeping with my husband?
That's for another show, man. Another show.
How dare you?
This is family business, so this is for the right show.
Basically,
You beautiful
That's
bastard.
right on the head.
He's not here to defend himself or to choose up because I can just drive to his house. You can't drive right now.
Damn.
But
Oh
y'all
my!
know who he coming home to at the end of the day, and it ain't you.
I'm not playing with
We
you.
don't know that. We don't know that.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. But
What a wonderful night outside. Wonderful night.
Heather, you want to chime in on this lovely story?
Y'all know to be honest with you, is you guys have already really said it. It's like it doesn't really. The whole point is she feels how she feels now. She grew into it. It's if she feels like if her sister has to sit here and go and tell, like, my purpose. Okay, what is the reason for that? For you running to go tell? What are you trying to accomplish here?
Get the 6ix9ine award.
The 6ix9ine award.
6ix9ine Tekashi award.
It's like, my thing is, let's say that she does go ahead and
Snitch
stick
of the
and they
year.
still stay together. Okay. What was it was a waste of time for you to even do that.
See, my thing is this. For one, you already know the sister is all about herself and then about her, she don't care. So she wouldn't have known anything as far as me loving this man or not loving this man. At the end of the day, like everybody says, people fall in love differently. And when you're with somebody, you can be in like with a person for a long time before you become in love with a person. That's what people fail to understand and realize. Or you can love a person and not like them, vice versa. So she maybe was really in like with him until she genuinely got to know that he loved her for who she was. And that made her fall in love with him. And at the end of the day, bitch, run and tell that. Because guess what? At the end of the day, I am his wife. I'm having his child. And you over there being bitter. Period.
Exactly.
And the blank.
Again, you have no purpose to even say the shit.
At
What
all.
is it gonna do?
At all.
And besides, like people can fall in love in different levels in increments, and it doesn't change the fact. It doesn't change the perspective of what she feels about him now. But the more she knows the person, the deeper she falls into it, and that will not change for nobody,
And
no
who's
matter
to
what
say?
anyone says.
Who's to say that he didn't know that she wasn't deeply in love with him, and he showed her those things to make her fall deeply in love with him?
Men are not stupid. I be the one to tell you that we are not stupid, and we know how you guys feel towards us, and vice versa. Y'all know how we feel towards you. So at the end of the day, we feed off emotions a lot of times.
Most of the time, we're not stupid. Most of the time. Sometimes.
Humans are stupid sometimes. But when we think with a right mind, we know.
In our right head, for that matter.
I don't want to go there, but you did.
Jesus.
No comment on that.
And on that note, Jay, get to the comments.
Okay. I'm guessing this is Stacy saying, "Hey y'all."
Hey,
Stacy.
Z is on the line and she says, "Hey, hey, hey."
Hey,
Hey.
Z.
Omega is in the building.
She made it
Hey,
out.
Gosh,
What's the deal?
what's happening?
Stacy also says, "Tell them yourself," and also says, "You never allow anyone to have a one-up on you."
Facts.
Also saying, period.
100.
And Miss Heather B says, "Please like, comment, and share." That's all we got for right now. On to the next one, please.
All right. Dear UTR, me and my mom have the best relationship a girl and a daughter can have. But my stepfather feels like she gives me too much attention. I'm 18 years old and a straight student. I don't ask for much because I do work and buy the things I need. At the moment, I'm saving up to get a car. My stepdad feels like since I can save up for a car, I need to be paying bills. Mind you, he has two boys older than me who lives there and don't pay for anything. My stepdad has been acting like that since his daughter refuses to see him. How do I tell him to stop blaming me for his daughter's hang-up? Sign, I am not your daughter.
Move out. As long as you live under somebody else's house, it's their rules, and he wants you to pay bills. I get it. I
Even,
get it. It's not fair.
yeah, I'm gonna say even though they're unfair, even
It's
though.
very very
Very
unfair.
unfair.
But
Mm.
move out. I mean, you gotta kind of break down your priorities at this point. Is it better to live the way you want to live and have your own spot, or do you want to have a car just to, I don't know, go to point A to point B? I don't know what's more important in your life right now.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, if she's 18, which means she's probably fresh out of high school, just getting to college, that's going to be a little bit harder if she's saving up to get a car. That's one. Two, I think that's a conversation she needs to sit down and have with her mother. Because at some point, the mother has to step in and be like, look, you can't be this way towards my daughter if you're not going to be that way towards everyone across the board. And if my daughter's 18 and need to be paying rent or needs to move out, your sons who are older than her need to either unask some cash or get the fuck on.
How come she just won't go stay with her mama?
No,
I'm not. I'm
she lives with her mom and her stepdad.
mm,
okay.
Mm.
Okay, so mom is there. Mom's not intervening when.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's a simple. That's simple. That's on the stepmama. Like at the end of the day, like if I'm sorry, that's on her own mama.
Right.
mm.
That's why I said her mom needs to intervene.
if her own mom won't step in and intervene, then it's a mama problem.
Yes, it is because one, I mean, just because quote unquote, I mean, that's we hear these stories all the time of stepdaughters being, or excuse me, stepchild is being treated than regular than the actual children together, or the person's other children for that matter. And as we say on each show, when it comes to children or kids or whomever, that you need to treat them the same at the end of the day. If one, you can't treat one better than the other because that child came from somewhere, from a previous relationship, or from adoption or anything else for that matter. So as we say on the show all the time, you need to treat the child the same way. So if and furthermore, it sounds like the two sons ain't really doing shit with their lives at this point.
Facts.
So, as everyone has, well, mostly everyone on this panel has stated, you need to get it right with all your kids. They all need to leave and they all need to pay bills if one needs to pay bills. Basically, at the end of the day, let's get it.
But I've noticed,
Okay.
especially when you have in certain households, and I've noticed this when it comes down to Caribbean households and Black households, there is always so much pressure put on the girls for some reason. But when it comes down to the boys, they get a little bit more leeway. I said in certain households. I'm not saying it happens in every household, but it is something that has been very much up there when it comes down to Caribbean households. The mother, like the daughters they need to cook, they need to clean, they need to work, they need to pay bills, they need to do all of that, while the boys can just sit around and do absolutely nothing, or there's no sort of pressure put on them to do something. So
She
in
said
this
she
case,
said Caribbean, bro. So she
yeah,
said
I said
Caribbean.
that.
She
But
did.
in this case,
We're not Caribbean.
any
Go ahead. You can finish. I'm sorry.
To your knowledge, I'm not.
And continuing on.
I'm not
all
gonna
I'm
go
saying
by
is
ethnicity.
it's a fucked up situation because the father should be putting as much energy on the boys as he is on the daughter. So it's fucked up for the stepfather to do that. It's even more fucked up for her mother to even allow it. At this point, the option I would leave. I would be like, you know what? It's not even. I'd rather be in my own peace versus dealing with this shit. If I'm gonna sit here and pay bills, I might as well pay them in my own spot and be away from this shit.
Is this you talking as a mom or are you talking as the daughter?
I'm talking as the daughter.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying. I just had to know that for some reason. Because you was
And
like, just get up and go. So I'm like, really? As the wife, you gonna get up and go?
No.
Okay.
Go to next person. Damn.
but
Just ask.
but honestly, there's another factor in it as well, and it's favoritism. Because you also see in certain household that you know certain parents favor either one child over the other. So like like it was stated earlier, like you you can't show favoritism and be like lightly easy on one child and not and be like extremely hard on the other. Like it has to be equal. And if you can't be equal, then you really have to check yourself. And if you don't check yourself, somebody else will.
So you say check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay. So
Basically, yeah.
we gonna go to the comments before we go to the next story. Hmm. Stacy says, "Tell him laughing my ass off. What the fuck, and move out." Omega says, "Move out as soon as possible." Kirk is in the building and says, "Yo, what the
Work.
What's
deal, Kirk? What the
happening?
deal? What the deal? What the deal?"
Time no see.
Miss Nina is back. She says,
What up,
"Hi,
Nana?
people."
Hi.
Kirk
How you
say
doing?
was Kirk say was happening. Uh,
Stacy.
excuse me. Stacy is replying to Nina saying, "Hey, honey," and Nina's replying back saying, "Hey, babe." Mwah. And Z says, "Unfortunately, when you don't have your own, there will always be rules. Talk to your mom and see if she can defend you against your stepdad and stepbros. If not, it's time to go."
Get up on my face. It's time to go.
No,
Sorry.
it's, get the fuck up out my house. Get the fuck up out my house. It's time to go. That is it for as the Hamaniats. Can we please get to the next story?
What page that word on in the dictionary?
I have no idea. I just made it
I
up.
knew he didn't know.
I have a, I have a 1.68. I just make up words when, it just sounded like
Okay.
a go right there. So let's go.
It says, Dear UTR, me and my friend have been friends since elementary. We know secrets about each other that no one else knows, but I have a secret that I don't know how to tell my best friend. The
Okay.
problem is, I've been in love with her since the 10th grade. Only thing is, I know she doesn't like girls. My question is, should I just suppress my feelings for her, or should I tell her how I feel and risk losing her altogether? Signed, I'm in love with my best friend. Whew, that's deep.
Damn. Where more are you at?
That's definitely a messy one.
The thing about it is, if you've known her for so long and she doesn't know that you're at least gay, that's a problem. One, two. Sometimes crossing over that boundary of friendship can possibly mess it up for the simple fact she don't like girls. So if you know she don't like girl, I would say go ahead and suppress that and at least just be her friend. But at the same time, it's like you should tell her, because having that deep feelings for her and you constantly seeing her in relationships can kind of fuck with your mental too. So it's kind of one of those things you got to really sit and just wonder, do I want to tell her how I feel? I don't know. I'm kind of torn between the two. Because it's like you should tell her, but you potentially going to lose your friendship. But if she your friend, She gonna rock with you. Johnny Come Lately is in the building. I had to tell y'all that because he normally
Oh,
comes
he
late.
made it on time. Okay.
Johnny
What up, Johnny?
J, what the
Yeah.
deal, son? Go ahead.
What's up, bro?
I don't know. I feel like no. I'm just gonna say suppress it. Don't ruin the friendship.
The problem with
Mm.
suppressing it though is the fact that I mean you're gonna be in love with you're in love with somebody that hurts. Like after a while, it starts to nod.
You didn't say she was in love, did she?
Yeah,
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she
I'm
did.
in love with my best friend.
When you're in love with
Since
like
like
the fact
since
that
like
you
10th grade or something like that. Yeah.
They've been knowing each other since 10th grade.
Oh, been knowing each other since 10th grade. Okay.
I want to say the same thing, like suppress it because you don't want to ruin the friendship, but at the same time, if you're in love with this girl, that's gonna eat away at you, like a lot. And you don't want that situation to come out one day, you get into an argument or you get into a situation and all of a sudden you just blurt it out and it's a real awkward
Y'all
situation.
getting into it. Fuck you, bitch. But I fucking love you. I've been in love with you since
Like you like me? I didn't know that.
So basically, you're saying if you have that type of love for a person, you should just um say it, but also suppress it at the same time.
It's
No,
one of
I'm
those
saying I would say to say it, but again, it like what I said, you can ruin the friendship by saying that. You don't know how she will respond. Like it's weird. It's a real messy situation.
I'm
You
confused,
don't
but
want to hold it because like, damn.
I have a confession to make. Aaron, I love you.
I gotta go. This situation can only happen with female friends only. So, fellas, do not do this. Do not do this. This is only for this in my Drake voice. Girls like girls where I'm from. Like, do not do this, fellas. You will lose your bro. You will lose your bro.
But
Gerald's all love. But go ahead.
You just gonna turn down his love? Oh my god.
I'm deeply hurt by this. I thought I had you read at one point, but
no, Bernard.
But I honestly think that the feelings can't. I mean, like as the women said that you're gonna see this person get hurt in other relationships, and you're gonna see this person have their downfalls, and of course, since they're best friends, they're gonna talk about the relationship and what. Oh, this person did this to me. I can't believe this person and all this other stuff. And in your mental, you're gonna, well, in your mind rather, you're gonna be like, oh, if this person was with me, I wouldn't do that. And then of course, in a sense, she has the cheat code too because she knows what this person likes and all this other shit too as well. So I think honestly that they need to just sit down and have like a serious conversation, and it needs to be brought out at that point. I mean,
don't have it like y'all sitting there and y'all been drinking and you decide
right,
you want to
right.
tell
I mean, I think that it in an intervention sort of sense, like it needs to be said at the end of the day, because first and foremost, it's like, I mean, if you lose that friend, I don't think honestly, if you guys have been best friends since the 10th grade, I don't know how old this girl is, but I think that they can be mature adults about the situation. And if she's not into girls, she can easily just deny her, like, I don't swing that, I don't roll that way, I don't back for that team. But I appreciate you letting me know. It could be like that. But I think if the person's immature, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? And then roll out. But I think they'll get over it in another way though, if it happens that way.
Aaron, can you fix your face?
So you're saying it depends on how the friend takes it.
No,
it's gonna be. It's good. I mean, after the situation is, after everything is put out on the table, it is gonna be how the friend takes it, because, like I said, a mature adult can easily just be like, okay, I understand you confess your love to me, but you know that I don't go that way. But then again, what if the friend who confesses their love feels hurt because she was denied?
I mean, she can feel hurt, but at the same time, it's like you clearly stated that
She's
you know
straight,
she don't like
so-
girls.
Okay.
I mean,
Can I
honestly,
take-
that was addressed like beforehand, like because like if she's like your best friend like that, like and she rejects you, like there's nothing to be like there's nothing to be upset about or like hurt
Oh,
about because you knew that like from Jump Street.
okay. Because I was about to be like, me too. Who you think you talking to? That was stated in the beginning. Like I didn't hear the story. But I understand where
Next
you came
person, please.
Um,
Aaron,
from. Go ahead, Aaron.
What?
Get your thought out, bro.
I damn near lost it with your joke with Beach, but I just think it's all about how she delivers it, not how she takes it. Pause.
oh my god, I can't.
At the end of the day, girls get that ultimate pass when they do flirtatious stuff when they're drunk, and they y'all can do that little. I kissed my girlfriend when I was drunk, and
And I like it.
I
exactly.
don't kiss no girl. I might pat her ass and grab some titties. But I
Okay,
kiss
but
her.
that's my point exactly.
We'll be in college phase.
Women can do shit like that and still be a straight female. Niggas can't grab dicks and pat ass.
You could, but you might get punched out.
No, you're gonna be a homosexual. Is what you are.
You a
I mean-
homosexual?
A homosexual.
All right. Anyway, if you go out here grabbing dicks and patting butts and you a man, you need to go talk to Clifford. Maybe he got a job for you on P Valley somewhere.
I'm playing with you, Aaron.
First of all, Pepper Rule 726. Don't talk about grabbing them dicks. Anyway.
But no, I just think it's the way how you just tell your best friend, like, who you known her since the 10th grade, but you never know what her response may be. You don't know if she might be feeling the same way you feeling, but she just never had the courage enough to even come out and tell you that, you know what, I've been liking you too. So I'm not saying just come out and swing towards the fence, but if this many shots, that you don't take.
Bump the ball a little bit. Get it to third base.
I mean, get on first base first and get home.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like you never know.
Nice.
So you know her since the 10th grade. To your knowledge, she's never messed with another woman before. Maybe you might be the first woman she messed with.
No.
I feel like it's all about how you deliver it. I mean, you never know what might happen.
Yeah.
We can go to the comments now.
I'm going. Johnny J say, "What up, y'all?"
What up, Johnny?
Yeah.
Omega says, "Don't ruin your friendship if you know that she doesn't like women. You're just gonna hurt yourself. Crossing that line isn't gonna end well." Z says, "Tell her you may not know how she truly feels. If you're that close, she should understand. Let that weight off your shoulders. If she's a true friend, she'll be there no matter what."
Possibly.
Yeah. And Drew is in the building. What up?
What's up, Drew?
Yo.
What up? Kristen is in the building also. Says hola.
Oh, y'all are coming in on time. Thank you.
Okay. Z says to Kristen, "Hey girl, hey."
No, you said that wrong. Hey, girl, hey.
Okay.
You
Try again, Gerald.
Okay. Hey girl, hey. Is that better?
Oh, don't have him do that. No,
Don't do that again. No, that's
Okay.
it.
It's family business. What you mean?
Right. Johnny says, "Do you want me to talk to her?"
No, Johnny, we don't.
we
No,
really
Johnny, you
don't.
good.
Johnny might have a threesome on both of them.
Right.
Uh,
I just stole the girl from you before you even got to tell us. See, we don't need that.
Z says, "Life is too short. Honesty is the best policy."
I don't know, because honestly, I be feeling like I be wanting to whip people asses. And so, you know what? Never mind. Keep going.
Kristen says also you got to make sure before the reveal that you can have love for a person versus being in love with a person. The deep attachment might be from time spent and not necessarily romantic.
That's the truth. That's true.
Mm.
Talk your
Nice.
shit,
Talk
Kristen.
your shit, Kristen.
I
And
I ain't mad at
Johnny
that one.
says Uncle Cliff.
You know what, Johnny?
No, it's who the fuck Cliff.
There's a lot of people fucking Cliff. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
I heard that. I'm not deaf.
But we're going to just roll past that like you didn't, okay?
We'll just
Perfect.
send a postcard.
Oh,
Oh,
No,
wait.
we're not. No, we're not.
One more, y'all. Stacy
Postcard
says,
are officially
get
canceled.
her drunk and give her some bomb head and tell her it was all a dream. She used to read Word Up magazines with Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine.
I feel like you're talking from experience. And if you're not, I'm sorry.
oh my!
Note to
Okay,
self,
Stacy.
don't take shots with Stacy.
Let me write that down.
Right. Put that in my Palm Pilot.
Looks like you ain't writing shit.
Go ahead to the next story, if you
I
would
don't
please be so
remember. I don't
kind.
think we read this one. I don't know. It says, Dear UTR,
Hi.
me and my child's father share custody of our 3-year-old daughter. He gets her every other weekend in summertime. Well, one weekend he was sick and in the hospital, so I decided to keep my child with me. Well, about 2 in the afternoon, I get a knock at the door. I think I read this one. Did I read this one? And his mother saying she's picking her up. I responded with no. My child father is in the hospital, and when he gets out, he can get her. Now, mind you, his mother has never liked me because she says I look like my child father's stepmom. Shakes my head. Well, his mother said I was breaking the child custody order by not giving her son or daughter on his weekend. I explained when he gets out the hospital, he can have his daughter. His mother called me a bitch and slapped me. So I called the police and had her arrested for assault and battery and then filed a restraining order against her for protection of me and my daughter. My child father is out of the hospital but is mad at me because I had his mom arrested and put a restraining order on her. Am I wrong for calling the police on her, or should I have whooped her ass and called it a day? Sign, give me 50 feet.
You better than me. You better than me. I wish a motherfucker would show up to my door and slap me or punch me for that night.
I'm sorry, but I don't give a fuck who you are. Once you violate my body and you hurt me, all that respect shit flies out the door. No, just no.
What time you gonna be home, Gerald? So I can come slap the fuck out of you.
Nigga,
Wait, that didn't even.
Because if you heard what I
heard it. That's what I'm like. Wait a minute.
You glitched. So
You
it
really
sounded
glitched.
like
You sound so off.
You glitched. So this is what it sounded like you said. It sounded like you said, Gerald, what time are you coming home so I can come over and fuck the shit out of you? It's literally what it sounded like.
It glitched out that way.
It glitched out that way.
I don't know what the fuck y'all heard. Let me clarify for the people out there. He said slap the shit out of me. Is what he said.
I know what you said.
No, I'm just saying.
He just gave a clarification.
It like literally glitched.
You know what?
And I was like, wait, time out.
Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all show, man. I'm out of here, man.
Bring your pretty ass back here.
Oh, he really did.
And then he really leaves. But, however,
I'll check backstage.
Anyway, but like I said, no, you're definitely not wrong for calling the police. Actually, like I said, you're better than me because I'd have whooped her ass, then call the police, to be perfectly honest. Because you came to my household and you put my life in danger at the end of the day. So, yeah, she's way better than me. But no, sweetheart, you are definitely not wrong for doing what you did. And honestly, your baby, because like I said, if the shoe was on the foot and your pops or showed up to his doorstep and punched on him for whatever reason, I mean, they probably would have fought, but the police would have got called and he would have said that you showed up on his doorstep. So
let me tell y'all something. I am motherfucking petty, and I fight fucking dirty. So she did it the right way, because that's exactly what I would have did. Oh, bitch, you hit me? Okay. So now you're going to jail. You're going to be charged with assault and battery. And yes, I put a restraining order on it. So guess what? Thanks to your mama, you can't bring your child over there. So you better find somewhere else to take her.
She ain't
Plain
gonna
and
see
simple. I'm not trying to keep you away from the daddy at all. I'm not trying to keep my child from the daddy. Get your child. But your mama, oh, that bitch can't be around my child. So I feel like I'm not in danger anymore. Because I'm that motherfucking petty. Play with me if you want to. Because if she was a real grandmother, what she would have did, just FYI, there's such thing as called grandparent rights. She could have literally went to court and got her grandparents' rights where she can get the child with a custody order. But since she chose not to, now bitch, all games and hands is off. And if she go to court trying to do it now, all she gonna do is have to bring that up, and now she's screwed. I'm petty as hell.
Petty.
Mm-mm-mm.
Next.
Don't play with me. I'm just saying.
She just saying. So, well,
Yikes.
go ahead. Go ahead. You sound like you had a lot on your mind.
Shit. But honestly, when you feel like you're threatened, I mean, especially with grandparents is involved, like she come on over there acting all belligerent and ignorant and whatnot. Oh, mm-mm. Uh, honestly, she would have got the beats off rip because, but because like you're violating my personal space.
You say that with headphones on your head.
You're damn right. Anyways,
Okay.
but honestly, she did it the legit way because like say if she would have like put the pause on her and whatnot, and possibly that could blow up that could have blown up right in her face if it was taken to court. So she did it right, and she got the police involved, and she basically the grandmama basically screwed herself at the end of the day.
Super facts.
Mm. Okay. Well, we gonna go to the comments real quick.
Am I glitching?
You good?
No, you smooth right now.
You're straight.
I'm really straight, motherfucker.
Okay.
First and foremost, I think violence is the first thing everybody wants to talk about, but what we fail to realize is that the trauma that y'all put on the little girl, the trauma now that has to happen with the little girl in this situation. She now can't see her she now saw her grandma get arrested. Her father's in the hospital. Her mama whooping ass.
No. Her mama got her ass whooped.
Well, her mama got her ass whooped. Sorry for saying incorrectly. So at the end of the day, no one's accounting for the little girl's feelings or emotions or now trauma that's being put on her life. And what people need to fail to realize is that everyone's here for one common goal, and that's to take care of this little girl. Now I ain't gonna tell what she should have, could have, or would have done. That's her business, and that's between her and God and court and everybody else. And the police and whoever needs to be involved. At the end of the day, just take a step back and think about the little girl and what trauma that you guys have all created. Whether it was from the mama, the grandma, the dad, or whoever the case may be, like down, just take a moment and think about the girl's feelings. And I'm done. We can go to the comments.
Okay. He's not gonna say nothing about the grandma whooping her ass.
They ain't between me. They ain't my business. That's
the reason why the grandma went to jail. She put her hands on.
Hey, the law is the law. But at the end of the day, that's at the end of the day, I'm not worried about grandma going to jail. I'm not worried about mama getting slapped. I'm not worried about daddy being in the hospital. I'm worried about this little girl who got to look at all this shit like, damn, my family is fucked up. That's all.
No, my grandma got hands, my mama a punk, and my daddy just laid up while shit going on. It's what
either way, that's gonna be one fucked up kid in the world one day, and Ain't gonna be no family reunions. Ain't gonna be no gatherings. It can't even be no damn birthday parties.
And you know what else you need to say? You going to jail now. You going to jail now.
Show your kid.
But we going to the comments. Anyway, so Stacy says, whoop that trick. Yeah, whoop that trick. Hey,
Yeah.
whoop that trick. Drago's in the building. What up, Drago?
It's Draco.
What up, Drago?
Drago.
I was like, where the hell that come from?
If he dies, he dies.
Wait.
Anyway.
He said, "Hey, it did glitch out."
Okay, we can skip the comment. Y'all keep my shit out y'all fucking mouths.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That name's about to change real quick. I'm about to just watch.
Okay, Johnny says. Well, sorry, Drago says it did. It did glitch out. Johnny says she did the right thing, but me personally, I would have beat the brakes off of her.
Facts.
Z says, I'm not sure what she said no to his mom, but is the mom not worthy of seeing her grandchild? The mom was most deaf out of line for putting hands on her. So yes, she was right. Kristen says, self-defense is valid for whooping ass at that point. Stacy says grandparent rights don't work that way. They off the parent and their schedules. Well, I guess she's saying
that's what I was saying though. They can get visitation rights. Is all I was saying. That's what I meant by grandparent.
The most they get is visitation. We just went through it. So
trust me, I know. We that's a story for another time.
Grandma, great grandma, auntie, whoever crossed the physical barrier, getting the hands and the handcuffs. Stacy said, Aaron said, don't sex play him.
Hallelujah.
Nova's in the building. What up,
Nova?
Hey, Nova.
Stacy just stopping by the show, show some love. Definitely catch the playback later after me and the fam finish our movie. All y'all look great, but especially the ladies.
Thank you, boo.
Thank you, boo.
How dare you?
All
But
right,
another story.
Look at his name.
Oh shit.
I thought I looked good in the stand, honestly. But we gonna go somewhere else with it, and we gonna go.
Time out. So nobody paid attention to Gerald's name either.
I saw it.
Oh, what the fuck?
I did.
Really, Aaron?
I did. That's
You
why.
better relax.
Like,
You better relax.
You better relax.
Well, you think I'm in Vegas then? I ain't gonna get the
Nigga, I got a car. Shit.
A nice car.
I got a freaking flyer mouth, my nigga.
fly here just to slap the shit out of me. What kind of shit is that?
You 45 minutes away, and I can gamble a little bit while I'm there. Give me a fat Tuesday Slurpee. Get right back on the plane.
Whooping ass and then.
Y'all hear this?
So
Violent.
basically he said he was. So basically he
Slap the
said
shit out of a bitch while she bullshitting.
No, he said. No, basically he said he will. He will grandma you and gamble. So we gonna go to the next. We gonna go to the next.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
By the way, it was just a handshake, Heather. That's all I meant was just a handshake.
And she goes away with no avatar picture. Go ahead.
Oh damn. It says, Dear UTR, my aunt came to me crying because she thinks her husband is cheating on her. They have been married for 5 years. She told me she noticed that he's been acting different lately, coming home late, saying he's at work when he's not because the paycheck is not adding up. My aunt wants me to help her investigate, but the problem is I know her husband is cheating on her and I know with who. It's my male best friend. They met each other one weekend when they was out of town. At the time, they didn't even know each other when they met and have been hooking up with each other ever since. What should I do? Should I tell my aunt her husband is cheating with my male best friend? Or should I pretend I don't know and act shocked when she finds out?
Oh, her husband is Trey. Oh, y'all need to get hydrated before y'all speak on this. Is that what it is?
I had to wet my whistle.
Um,
honey. So
that's a lot.
Is her husband Lil Money?
I'm about to say, Uncle Gerald, room 2246. Find yourself another, but
just take me a shot at this point.
She should mind her. She should mind her business. Things are gonna unfold anyway.
Mind your business, really?
Don't break up nobody else's marriage because you know that her husband is a in the closet person. Mind your business. That again, what you do in your darkness will come to light one day, sir. No, not you in particular, but I'm just saying him. What you do in the dark will come to light. I'm sure you know. Auntie need to go get tested, all types of stuff right about now. But mind your business, and you know it's eventually going to unfold.
Is it like you betraying your auntie because you keeping your best friend's secret, or do you betray your best friend because that's your auntie?
I ain't telling nobody business.
I'm asking though, is that what it is? It's kind of like if I don't tell my auntie, I'm betraying her, but I'm keeping my best friend's secret. But if I tell my auntie, then I'm betraying my best friend. But all in all, it's really the auntie husband who ain't shit.
True.
You gonna lose your auntie and your friend.
But hypothetically, let's just say that the auntie finds out and then she found out you knew. Then what?
None of my business. With your husband, it's your husband. You married the nigga, not me.
Damn, you harsh.
Cold-blooded.
I mean, but I agree though.
Y'all love your auntie that much?
Yes. Yes. I love my auntie.
She still send you Christmas gifts and birthday gifts that you gonna tell her, hey, your husband.
I'll be like, look.
I mean, but that's a good point though. It depends on the relationship that you have. Like, there are some people that don't really fuck with their family members like that. So if it's happening, it's like, nigga, I don't give a fuck.
So, but are you saying that as long as you cool with the family member, then tell them, but if you're not cool, don't say shit?
That don't make it right. That's you might as well just stay out of it.
Hey,
it's messy. No matter what way you look at it, it's messy. If you say something,
and three lefts makes it right. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
three nuts.
I said three lefts.
Oh,
because the thing about it is, okay,
you glitched out. My bad. Oh, I thought you glitched.
Let's say nothing is said at all, and it ends up coming out. The first person that the auntie's gonna look at is you, because it's like, this is your best friend. That means you knew this shit. So either way, it's gonna be messy.
But honestly, they could literally play it off because your best friend you can be like, I didn't know, nigga didn't tell me because he didn't want me to find out because he knew me and you was close.
Well, I mean, it's like this.
Like, lies is everywhere.
I mean, it's like this. No matter what you do, I mean, you're gonna lose somebody. You're gonna lose a family member, or you're gonna lose a best friend.
Lose everybody.
You're gonna lose everybody.
Everybody's gone.
I'm just gonna say that.
Everybody dead.
I'm gonna just say, Auntie, go look in the closet. Open the closet. I mean, she find in the closet.
She should know. I'm sure she haven't been humped on in a while, and she wondered why.
Sometimes I wonder.
You should wonder no more, Beach.
Nope.
You should not wonder no more.
No, you know what that is? You know the I'm a Joy song? Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
But you rather have it more often than
What
you do? What
That don't sound right.
All the verbiage is just.
But let me go to these. All right, let's go to these comments real quick. Jesse is in the building.
What up?
What up, Jess?
She says, "Falls out. What the fuck did I just walk into?
A whole lot of shit.
Family business is what you just walked into.
Family business."
Kristen says, "Move to Fiji on a spiritual journey and change your number."
What they got? They got cheating
Well,
uncles
let's
out
just
there
say
too.
she don't have Fiji. Let's just say she have Fiji. She don't have Fiji money. So move to the LA River. Anyway,
They just built a new 6 Street bridge, so that ain't gonna work either.
Damn.
Payne is in the building.
What
What
up,
up,
Payne?
Payne?
Hi,
What's happening?
Payne. Stacy says I don't get in pussy business.
But that,
Damn.
but
You
that
got to
was
read
two
that like
dicks.
Uncle Clifford too.
That was 2 dicks.
Anyway,
Next comment.
next caller comment. Z says, as I stated earlier, honesty is the best policy. You're protecting your best friend and her husband by not saying anything, but keeping you in the dark. What if he gives her an uncurable disease? She already suspects it, so she should believe it.
That's a good point.
That
That's a
is
good
a good
question.
point, actually.
That is a good question, though.
But that's literally what I just said.
So you just gonna jump off the plane and be like, all right, fuck it, I'm telling everybody's business. You married to a homosexual, and he's messing with my best friend, and best friend, you messing with my auntie's married husband, and now here I am looking stupid because they probably already. I mean, it's so much.
Z just Diana the whole table. Just yes, you.
That's a tough situation.
Hold on, before we go to the next story, Stacy says the thing is sometimes you can think you're helping by telling it and it backfires on you and they don't believe you or think you're jealousy, etc. Or think you're jealous and etc.
Fact.
That is true.
That's why you mind the business that pays you and let them burn themselves.
You know what? I've been saying that all weekend. Mind the business that pays you.
Well, stop playing an anonymous game. You don't have to say it no more.
Oh wait, we got some more comments.
Johnny says that nigga really. Yes, he's really a homosexual.
I mean, if he's messing with another man.
If everyone shares this live, we can get more people in. Please do. Please do.
Share.
Share.
Definitely.
Share. And some more shares. You like your comments? Tell your uncle about it. That's if he's not with.
Tell your fine ass uncles and your fly ass aunties. Calm down, Aaron.
Especially the fly aunties. We want them.
I didn't even get the fly ass auntie out before Aaron gave me that look like hold the fuck on.
No, that look was for Gerald.
Oh,
I know it was for me.
I'm like, what did I do? I was just trying to let
Johnny says a whole bunch of music symbols. Don't know what that means, my brother. Stacey says most definitely the fly aunties.
Oh Lord, Stacey.
Let me call Scott.
You done got us started now.
Call Scott real quick.
We gonna continue to be fly, and we gonna fly away to the next story. Fly away
with y'all.
Fly away.
Dear UTR,
me where I stay.
I am a 40-year-old male who's been married to my wife for the last 15 years. And lately things with me and my wife haven't been the same. We're like 2 ships passing in the night nowadays. And I'm at my breaking point. We don't have sex. We're not together. We do things by our own. I guess my question is for you is how do I tell my wife I'm no longer in love with her and I want a divorce?
Tell her.
I mean, my thing is this. What changed in your relationship to where y'all like 2 ships passing in the night? Are y'all doing the same things y'all did to get each other, to keep each other? Like, those are things that matter. If you did stuff in the beginning to get a person and you're not doing it to keep her, guess what happens? Shit changes. You got to be willing to do the same things you did to get her, to keep her, and vice versa. So if y'all not doing those things, I say this: start back to square one. Start dating each other again.
Yeah.
I'm just like, how do you jump straight to divorce? It's like, damn, you even want to do counseling?
But I
I'm
mean,
done.
but the man said lately that things haven't been going right. So
Right.
I mean, shit. Like I said, how do we know if he hasn't tried this before? How do we know that
Hello.
he hasn't tried to say, babe, maybe we should go to counseling? We're two ships passing in the night, so we need to get it right. So how we know he didn't say that type of stuff, and if she just blatantly keeps passing him and blatantly keeps ignoring him, fly away, fly away.
Mm.
You don't like where you stay? Fly away, fly away.
You finished?
It's,
You good?
Facts.
You,
I mean, it's more like,
you really don't want this right now, Heather. Go ahead. Nothing. Go ahead.
damn. You're basically just throwing like you're basically just giving up all types of hope. I mean, if you really, if you really genuinely care about the person, like you could at least make the effort to try to save it before jumping out the window with divorce and whatnot.
Right. Mm,
But
baby.
but to jump right to divorce, like that that would leave the woman to question, like, did you really even care in the first place? Like, why did you even get married?
how how can you say
Go
that
that
though?
far.
We don't know how she feel first of all, so kind of just say that's a little kind of a stretch. But at the end of the day, she kind of got to feel somewhat the same way he's feeling because at the end of the day, they're two passing ships. When I'm going out, you coming home. When I'm coming home, you going out. When I'm turning up at point B, you're turning up at point A. Like we're not on the same page whatsoever. So at the end of the day, we don't know how she feels. But at the end of the day, like obviously, I do agree. Like to try not to even fix your marriage. You've been married for 25 years. You gonna let that go now? Like something again, like Pud said, or the professor said, like there was something in the beginning that got y'all to where y'all at now. Unfortunately, if you're not doing things to keep your relationship or marriage together, then of course it's gonna fall apart. Um, but I mean, it's so much in the story that we don't know about. We just know his side of the story. We don't know her side of the story. She might feel this type of way because he could have done something. Again, unknown. He could feel some type of way because she might have done something. We don't know. All we know is his side of the story, and he wants to be out after 25 years, which is crazy.
Hmm.
But as I stated earlier, what if he's tried
After
and
15 years.
I'm
At 15,
sorry,
15 years?
15 years. Excuse me. That's
But
still a long
like
time.
he
okay,
was
but like
25
you
when
said,
they got married. I
but
agree.
how do you know that this man, like you said here before, and how we know this man didn't literally try to sit her down and try to fix the relationship beforehand, and she just is just too passing, like you said, they just keep passing each other now. So
Uh,
what's the point of staying? And if what's the point of staying with a person that doesn't want to fix it?
I mean, it's very true, but again, we don't know all the facts to make these assumptions. So at the end of the day, I'm not dismissing your point because you can have a very valid point right now. It's just that we don't know her side of the story to really make a complete answer to the story at the moment. I mean, if we got more background, we got her side of the story. I mean, we another thing is they got married at 25. They're 40 now. They've been together for 15 years, right?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
35?
Okay.
35?
They
No,
got married at 25. And
25.
And they'll be
they got
40.
married at 25 and he's 40. Yeah, he said
Okay,
he's 40
I
years
had it
old.
right the first time. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, your math is
a lot,
math.
yeah, my 1.69 flared up. You know,
No, yeah,
we
your
both
math
feel
is math. No, it didn't flare up. Go ahead.
but being married at an early age and now you're 40, you're going. It's prone that you're going to grow apart. You're going to be a little bit different being 40 is a lot different from being 25. You know,
True.
you're not that young tenderoni no more on the man or the female. So at the end of the day, like if you're not doing anything to keep that marriage spicy or together, it's going to fall apart when you guys turn 40 and been in the game 15 years.
Okay. Okay. Let's move to the comments. Stacy says she got somebody else laughing my ass off. Callie Carr's in the building.
What
Hey,
up, Callie?
Cara.
Happy belated birthday.
Happy
Happy
belated.
birthday.
Happy
Happy
belated.
belated birthday.
Everybody wish Cara a happy birthday in the comments, please. Johnny says it's cheaper to keep her.
Facts.
Mm.
Well, that's what they say. I don't know about that boy, but okay. Stacey says she won't be mad because she already left home to be with her side piece.
I'll make the accusations.
Yeah. The kid Z says therapy or divorce. How bad do you want the relationship? Not that bad, woman. I just play. But
Damn.
Jesse's in the building now. Jesse, hey.
This is building last comment, sir.
Yep.
Kiss my ass. I'm
He
sorry.
actually speaking up.
I'm sorry.
My bad, bro.
He says, talk to her, and stop talking to us. Laugh out loud. I mean, yeah, laugh out loud. Tell her how you feel. If she really claims to be, she's gonna make the needed changes and meet you halfway.
At least we hope.
Exactly.
Omega says, I would try everything but divorce.
I like that attitude.
Stacey says, sorry, y'all. I took an edible. I'm gonna just hush for the rest of the show.
No, you can't talk your shit.
Yes.
You can't talk your shit through that edible.
Oh my God.
Oh my. No comment.
I can't.
Next story.
You can't should not be in your vocabulary.
Okay. Dear UTR, for years my sister would tell me I was adopted and it would make me cry. But my parents would always say she's lying. Well, as I got older, I started to realize a lot of things, like my mom didn't have any baby pics of me, like my other siblings. And when I would ask her about it, she said they got messed up when the house flooded. To this day, she still insists that I'm not adopted. But before my mom passed, she told me to make sure I look for my real family so I can know my health issues and my bloodline. My dad says my grandma isn't right in the head. I guess my question is, should I tell my parents I want a DNA test to prove I'm their child, or should I just leave it alone? Sign, are they my real parents?
Okay, I'm a little confused.
You are real interesting this time.
You did you say that before dad and mom passed? Is that what you said?
My dad's mom passed.
Oh, before.
Your grandma.
Okay, so grandma passed, and she said, "Fine."
Your real parents.
I mean, if it's being said for this many times, it's like, of course, the wheels are gonna start turning. Like, am I really adopted? Like, no. I mean,
if my grandmother told me that on before she passed, I'm definitely getting a DNA test at that point. But at the same time, if they've been taking care of me,
grandma wasn't bitter. You know how? Listen, family dynamics be so fucked up, right? So you know how like a child and a parent don't get along. And I'm talking about these are older parents and children that they try to embed things in the children's head.
mm-hmm.
So that's the only reason why I'm saying who's to say. I don't know, but that's all I was saying. But if you really feel that type of way, DNA can be done, and you don't necessarily need to ask your parents. Grab a toothbrush.
Get a piece of hair.
At the end of the day, if your parents raised you the way you're supposed to be raised, why am I questioning my parents about the two people who raised me? I don't care what grandma said.
No,
like,
it wasn't just grandma. She said that her sister kept teasing her, telling her she was adopted.
I get that part as well, but at the end of the day, these people raised me like their own. At the end of the day, I feel like when parents feel it's the right time to have that conversation with the child, they will have that conversation. We don't know the child. We don't know her age. We just know that. I mean, there's a lot of things, almost like the Bel Air where Will was asking about it. Okay, never mind with that reference. However, I just feel like if she's under 18, I think the parents should make that determination when they feel it's the best time to tell her whether she's adopted or not. And then I'm not tripping on who my parents is. If these two adults raised me like their own since I remember, you know.
I mean, and that's true, right? But if you're a person who overthinks things, just hear me out. If you're a person who overthinks things, right, and you constantly keep having people tell you this over and over again, and then you start putting shit together like, okay, well, there's no baby pictures of me. This is not adding up. We got all this of my siblings. None of this is me. Magically, only the stuff of me gets damaged in the flood. Like, your head starts to wonder. So at this point, I know they're at least old enough, or at least 18, because they're writing us 1, 2. They're thinking about all this stuff. So in my mind, if that was me and I'm thinking like this, I would personally say the same thing. Like, I would want to know what's missing from my life at this point, because somebody has opened Pandora's box by saying all the shit that they said, and then have me thinking, you know, all these things after putting 1 and 1 together and getting 2. That's just me.
And the grandmother's right.
And not to mention, I mean, even if I did find out that they quote unquote were my real parents, but if just the simple fact that they raised me as their own, I'm gonna stay with the family. I'm not gonna just be like,
it's not saying I want to leave.
Yeah, I just want to know at the end of the day.
You just want to know what's missing from your life. It could be.
I think if she really feels the curiosity to find out if those are her real parents or not, she should just go ahead and do it.
Okay, and what if they are her real parents?
Okay, then it just furthermore confirms that what wasn't lies at the end of the day.
I went through all this hell for nothing.
But if you look at it, like I said, if you're a person who overthink things like me, and you didn't went through X, Y, and Z after you didn't heard this from your sister, siblings, your grandmother, and then you start noticing shit that
just
your parents have of all your other siblings and don't have you, it will make your mind wonder. Some people just want to know. So you glitched again. You hit this twice. I don't know. You glitching over there.
You really want to start this tonight, Professor? I didn't glitch that time, huh, motherfucker? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you did.
Actually, you did that time.
You did.
I'm done talking for the rest of the show. Y'all have a good one.
But I'm just saying, like, literally, if that's everything and all that is going in your head, it's going to make you wonder. And then it's going to be like, it's not saying I want to leave my parents because my parents has did everything for me, but there might be a side of a family that I don't know. Or maybe I want to know why I was given up for adoption. Or maybe I want to know if I have other siblings. It's a lot that goes on with that.
Yeah.
And like the grandmother said, you have to know who you're related to for health purposes. Like, what if it's a situation that she ends up with, you know, having bipolar, like being bipolar, or having a heart disease, or anything like that? And it's no relation to her parents. It's like, wait, where the hell did this come from? Like,
or you could have alopecia.
I'm not fucking with you.
How does having bipolar? Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, so bipolarism is a mental disease, and it runs in the family. So
it's hereditary.
It is hereditary. So the fact that if your mother has it, the fact of the matter is you could have that trait, and although it's not triggered at any moment, it can trigger. It's just like sickle cell. My mother didn't have it. My brother has the trait. I just recently found out a few years ago I have the sickle cell trait. It's hereditary. So the chances of me having a kid, they could get sickle cell because I have the trait.
Or what if a situation was to happen where she needed a blood transfusion? Those are not her parents. Those are not her siblings. They wouldn't be able.
I wouldn't say blood transfusion.
In a sense, she's right, because, like I said, let's just say hypothetically she did have she needed a blood transfusion in order to live at the end of the day, and she just automatically goes to her parents like, yeah, and then come to find out that necessarily they're not.
It's not. I wouldn't say blood transfusion because blood can go to anybody.
Yes.
Organ. If you needed what's it called, bone marrow transplant or something like that.
Well,
that's
you can have the same blood type.
You have to be the same blood.
The same blood type as you.
Reasons to confirm or to know that information. That's all I'm saying.
I can tell you right now, my mama got the special blood. Her blood can go to anybody.
Oh, negative.
Okay, so we not gonna be a negative, and we gonna go to the comments.
Stupid.
Damn.
Hmm. We have, let's see, everyone deserves. Okay, so Omega says everyone deserves the truth. I would definitely find a way to get a DNA. Z says if it's truly for health reasons, then yes, look for the truth. Excuse me. If it will ease your mind, then yes. If your parents have done a damn good job raising you, you may not want to know. You may not want to know the truth. Make your decisions wisely, is what she means. You might not like the truth. And
Hmm.
Stacy says there's a rare blood disorder called TTP, and it's solely hereditary, and it's what took Kobe's mommy out. So it's best to know your family history. There you
And
have
those
it.
are the
I mean,
facts.
it's good enough reason.
So we gonna go to the next story, if you be so kind.
Aaron, fix your eyebrow. What's going on over there? You look like you're
Right.
mad. You okay? I'm not playing with him tonight. Okay. Dear UTR, I met this girl at school when I was in the ninth grade, and we instantly became best friends because we had so much in common. Both our parents was divorced. I lived with my dad, and she lived with her mom. Well, we thought it would be a good idea for our parents to date and maybe get married so we could be real sisters. Well, we did, and it happened. Now we're sisters. Well, the weekend I was supposed to go and stay at my mom's house, I had to come back home because I forgot something. And my stepmom and my sister went out on a trip. I walked in and caught my dad in the bed with my stepmom's ex husband, but they didn't see me. Should I say something or just let adults be adults? Signed, a confused daughter.
What is it with y'all in the bed? Like, what is um?
All
Hmm.
these undercover brothers
Jesus.
coming out. Mm-mm-mm.
Um.
Okay,
Shit.
so
Um. I guess. I get.
It's a lot to unpack there.
That definitely is
It's,
a lot.
it's a lot to unpack there. Like,
I'm sorry, I'm laughing over Stacy's comment.
oh, oh shit.
And well, next
Mm-mm.
story.
Well, I mean,
Nobody wants to comment on it.
I'm gonna
what,
say this. I'm gonna say this.
what was they doing in the bed?
I don't want to know what they was doing in the bed, but I will say this: you might end up with a new daddy and an ex stepmom, because at this point, Lord have mercy. I mean, your daughter and her sister gonna still be sisters, but now your daughter got two daddies, or technically three if her mama got married to somebody. So I don't know, because at the end of the day, 1 plus 1 did not make two, because it made 17 at this point. Knick knack, patty whack, give a dog a bone.
That's the problem. He was getting too much bone. But hmm.
Yo.
Um, I mean, I would not tell stepmom, but I would bring it to dad's attention. Like, yo, I came back home and I saw X, Y, and Z.
But then what if he started treating her different because of it?
Her own daddy
Yeah.
would treat me different, and I'm telling your wife you was sleeping with her ex-husband, and I'm gonna live with my mom. Fuck out of here.
Snitch award. Snitch
Hello,
of the
Jim.
year award goes to.
Hello, Jim. This is Jim. Barbara. This is Jim.
Oh, not Barbara. This is Jim. I'm dead. Okay.
Yeah. Man to woman.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
That was
since
horrible.
nobody wants to talk,
Tragic, bro. Tragic.
So nobody's gonna say anything about Aaron's name.
Oh.
No comment.
Aaron, if you don't stop,
Mute yourself.
unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself.
Wait, why he remind me of Will Smith when he was teaching Ashley, just mind your business. Just mind your business.
but anyway, while we having fun, we gonna go to these comments real quick.
Ain't no comments.
Just Stacey saying next story.
She also said, because again, I'm by my business. Z says no comment, and Stacey gives us the Quagmire smile.
All I'm gonna say is this.
Oh wait, one more.
Giggity.
Oh, Megan said she gotta tell her dad, oh, so you doing the bending, laughing my ass off.
Why they just play in my head?
Wow.
What a wonderful night outside.
I'm sorry,
How
that's
do
you.
you marry a woman and
And leave
then
another man.
turn around and let
And
another
bend you
man
over.
bend you over? Who
Maybe
says
she
I'm
wanna let her
being
put her
bent
fingers
over?
in the butt.
Oh, so you doing the bending?
That is literally right. You know what? Let's just.
Oh
Let's go
Lord,
to
I
Let's go
can't.
to the next story.
Omega,
Next story,
you
please.
have made my night with that one. Oh Jesus, Lord
That
have
was funny.
mercy. Okay,
No,
y'all
what
ready
you
for this
fellas is
one?
Fucking
doing.
Aaron, bro.
I gotta ask her my name title now because I'm glitching over here. So y'all go ahead to the next story, please. I'm going back on you.
But you would bring that up, which nobody ever wants to think about again.
I'm gonna let that live in y'all memory for life.
Well,
You might want
thank
to take
you. Mission
the R
accomplished.
off the offer stranger.
Something strange.
Yeah, fix it. I got you though.
Read the next story.
I got you.
We here. I was going to. I ain't come down, okay?
I almost
Dear
called you somebody.
Don't get hurt.
Okay, we're ready for real.
I like your shit. I
I'm a
like your short.
woman.
I can't with Aaron that shit eating grill though.
I'm a woman and I know what I want in life. Anything I want in life, I go for it and get it. So there's this guy at work who I'm very attracted to. He's like my work husband, you know. I want him to be my real husband, but there's a problem. He's married and has two children, but his marriage is barely hanging on by a thread. As he's told me the issues he's been having at home. My question is, should I shoot my shot or just continue to be a listening ear? Sign, I usually get what I want.
Girl, walk away before that wife shoot you.
I'm gonna say evidently you don't because you don't have him yet. So
I mean, she ain't shot her shot. She said, should I shoot my shot or not?
No. That's easy.
What?
No.
Why break up a happy home even though it's damn near about to be broken on its own?
Well, it ain't happy. First of all, it ain't.
That's what I was saying. Even though when it's damn near being when it's damn near being broken on its own.
Wait. I don't care if I'm glitching or not. What makes y'all think that just because you got a work wife or husband it ain't a happy home?
You didn't hear what I said. You didn't hear the story, huh? Let me reread
She
it.
said that.
No. Let me reread it because he wasn't paying attention. I'm a woman and I know what I want in life. Anything I want in life, I go for it and get it. So there's this guy at work who I find very attractive. He's like my work husband. I want him to be my real husband, but there's a problem. He's married and has two children, but his marriage is barely hanging on by a thread. And he's told me the issues he's been having at home. My question is, should I shoot my shot or just continue to be a listening ear? Sign, I usually get what I want.
Got you. Sorry about that. I missed that piece. The fireworks.
But
Fireworks are going off in the
I'm
back.
gonna say, if it's hanging on by a thread, you don't have to peel at that thread. Is what I'm saying. Let it go. Let it go. If the bread decide the bread, if the thread decides to break, then shoot your shot.
Okay, excuse me. Here's my thing. If you are a listening ear, that means he finds you as a confidant, as a person who he genuinely thinks you care about him in a way that he's not looking for you in any other type of way. That's one.
Yeah, not a potential new
Two,
wife.
I will say this, and this is where a lot of men make mistakes at. That wasn't a stretch. That wasn't. But I'm gonna continue. Hold on, let me
We
finish.
wasn't talking to you.
Y'all was talking about what I said. Yes, he was.
We talking about what Heather said.
Because I said not a potential wife.
No, I thought you were talking about what I just said.
Calm down.
Gerald just said he was.
All right, I was talking about what Heather said.
I was talking about what Gerald said.
They both was talking about what I said.
No matter what I said, let's go. What I was saying. Go ahead.
But I will say this.
And continuing on.
This is where men mess up at. Do not tell a woman what's wrong in your relationship, and vice versa. The reason why I say this is because whatever's going wrong, that woman who wants you, she gonna do what's right to get you. You get what I'm saying? You giving her an easy map on how to get you because you're not getting what you got, what you want from who you're with. If that makes sense. That's so like a person
using a cheat code, basically.
Yeah. So my thing is this. If the man coming to me saying X, Y, and Z, I don't personally think I'll be like, I'm gonna shoot my shot. For one, it can get real ugly because y'all both work together. That's one. Two, you can shoot your shot and he really just don't want your ass.
Brick.
So at the end of the day, girl, respectfully, hell no. Sit your ass down somewhere.
Now we're gonna respectfully go to these comments before we get to the other panelists. Kristen says nope. Then Stacy says, how you get them is how you lose them. But she wrote loose. But okay. Girl, don't shoot your home wrecking shot. Wait until he's single. Ouch. Johnny says reaching. Z says keep listening until the divorce papers are signed. Never get involved with a legally married person. Once the thread pops, that's your chance. But he may not be looking for anything now because he just left a marriage. Stacey says once the divorce is finalized, she will be a rebound. Johnny says a shoulder to cry on turns into a hard dig to ride. I'm just saying.
Johnny, go stand in the corner.
Ooh, this first time I go into the corner. All right.
We're damn near 1 hour and a half in. And
that's the first person that went to the corner, so it's actually right. Anyway, Krista says the grass ain't greener on the other side. She needs to just water her own damn grass and mind her business.
It's funny. I was going to use that same reference on the same question.
What? Okay, but Kristen, what if she ain't got no grass? What if her lawn is rocks? Then what?
She don't live out there where you at.
That means she lives in.
I'm sorry, bro. I like your rocks. Pause.
Yeah, pause.
That was a saving grace right there.
Okay. Heather, you got anything else to say about this?
No, I said it already. Leave that man alone. Period.
I already said my piece. Like, you know what? Leave it alone. let it fall apart on its own. Then possibly shoot your shot.
Fuck around the wife, be gun happy, trigger happy.
Me says there's no water in Oceanside, so leave it alone. Next question. I mean, next
Look
story.
at that.
There's a couple of more comments. You might want to just go
Oh,
ahead and read them.
sorry.
There's a lot of water oceanside. Ocean side.
God.
Nice one.
Krista says, mind her turf or her curves.
You lost me. You lost me.
Okay. Krista says, stick to the rivers and lakes she used to.
It's supposed to be used to, but I think she mean like some people
The
think
TLC.
grass is greener on the other
Okay,
side, but it's really just astroturf.
Yeah, waterfalls. TLC.
Oh, I thought she was talking about surfing turf, but okay.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I am.
Me too.
And Z says, wow, with the looking eyes.
Right. Okay.
You stupid.
Next
this, man.
story.
Dear UTR,
Hello.
hey y'all, I'm a 25-year-old woman who's been dating this guy for 2 years. Well, last month we went back home to my hometown for my family reunion. When we got there, I introduced him to my family. Well, as most families do, they started giving him the third degree and then asking about his life and his family. My aunt then pulled me to the side and said she think I might be related to him from my dad's side of the family. And she said I need to stop dating him. Well, another reason for us going to the reunion was to announce that I'm pregnant. My question is, should I keep digging to see if we're related, or should I just leave it alone since I'm already pregnant? Sign I may be pregnant by my kinfolk.
Well, in case you haven't been in the news lately, but Roe v. versus Wade has been overturned, sweetie.
So
Well, it
no
depends
abortion
on
for
what
you.
state.
Well,
What state?
it sounds like you're in one of those states where you might have to travel to Canada.
Well, she said she traveled back home. So she might live in a good state now, but back home might be one of them states down south. Yes,
Yeah,
you can come out the corner now,
Yes,
Johnny.
Johnny.
That's Johnny.
Yes,
Good.
Have a seat. Behave yourself.
Especially on this question.
Please, please.
It's kind of one of those things where the damage has already been done. He said, the damage has already been done. If y'all related, y'all got a baby on the way. But at the same time, it's kind of one of those things you do want to know because you don't want to keep procreating with somebody that you might possibly be related to. And if you don't know family history, or you're related to somebody, it can happen. And then find out too, because y'all might be related because somebody got married to somebody. And not in the way that y'all actually got the same bloodline. So I probably would want to find out.
That still might be too close for comfort for me.
No,
Yeah.
but it's more like my aunt married her uncle. You get what I'm saying when I say that?
I get it. It's not the same. It's not the same blood, but it's still all,
No,
the people,
I mean,
all the people in the world. We still
Listen,
like kind of swim in the same
my
pool.
older sister husband is also my little brother's baby mama's brother.
And you see everybody's face on the pedal right now, like looking like, what the fuck is wrong with
Yeah,
y'all?
so my siblings dated siblings. There you
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
We still love you, Professor.
I didn't date nobody from that family. All my siblings dated somebody from that family. I'm dead ass.
I didn't say nothing. Yeah, I'm just saying that's, even if they cousins through marriage, it's still a little close for me. So I don't know what advice.
I get what you're saying.
I don't know what to tell them, but good luck to you.
Did
I'm
you
just
hear what I
saying,
said?
I just don't want it to happen because I don't want to end up raising my uncle. Is what I'm doing.
damn.
I'm about to go have me, a weekend with UTR, and he just whoa, where you going? No, you pick me upstairs and change my diaper before you leave. That's before you go. What? I'm your little uncle.
I'm done.
Your mother's my sister. You respect the hierarchy around here. You put that on Disney and put something in my sippy cup. Then you can go outside and have fun. But come again.
If your uncle talking to you like that, is that a sippy cup, bro?
Time out. So nobody gonna pay attention to Gerald's name?
I've been sorry.
That's a long time ago.
That was like half an hour ago.
I was
He
reading.
changed it once. It's not like Aaron. He changed it like 3-4 times.
Stop counting how many times I changed my name, damn it.
You keep
Right.
changing.
Hey, you gonna do identity crisis.
But since R. Kelly escaped, I'm gonna escape this conversation and go to these comments.
Oh shit.
Johnny says, no kin after 10.
That's funny, but scary at the same time.
Right.
Literally.
Stacy said, girl, you already full. So y'all just need to raise your son, daughter, cousin, nephew, niece.
Oh Lord.
Payne says, I ain't doing it no more once. I ain't doing it no more once. I find out I'm gonna be pissed. I didn't know ahead of time.
How y'all both didn't know? Like nobody knew until they went to the family reunion. So if they did go to the family reunion, they still wouldn't have found out.
Like,
He said,
surprise,
I ain't doing
we're
it no
related.
more. It's like he lying. I ain't gonna do it no more. It's like he lying. Gonna do it again anyway. So
Right. Did you slip and fall
Anyway,
Mm-mm.
Z says, yes, for the sake of the child, are you really comfortable knowing but not knowing?
that's a good question.
I think I would want to find out.
Johnny says, Uncle Daddy. He also says, brother cousin.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Devon is in the building. Don't know if he was here earlier.
What
Since
up,
I'm
Diddy?
I'm being
Welcome.
brought out about this. That's still blood relative related regardless.
Facts.
Definitely.
Yeah, that would be a tough one.
Yeah, you gotta erase that out.
I
Like
got some
and
calls.
find out.
I got a call to make. So,
You ever been to
um,
New Orleans before?
huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Wait,
It might be glitching. It might be glitching again.
But see, that's why I won't date no Creole people. Cause yeah, never mind. That's a long enough story.
Same thing
That's
goes for Belizean. It's too small.
No, the reason why I say that, so my dad's father, like he met my grandmother straight out of the Navy. So my dad never got to meet anybody from his side of the family because his dad was adopted. We just know he's from New Orleans. I know they got a sister. But that's about it.
You gotta do a ton of research before you even think about having a baby with somebody.
No, for real.
Because a lot of black people really come from the southern parts of Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi. Like a lot of people reach back and their roots come from different parts of the South.
Mm-hmm.
So
and my dad's side is like Louisiana and Texas.
Texas is another heavy state where a lot of people got family at. So
yeah.
Okay.
Girl, where your folks from?
Thomaston, Georgia.
We'll talk after the show.
Yeah, we got one more
I don't know none of you motherfuckers. Anyway, Johnny, before we go to the next story, Johnny
somebody
said,
shoot in the comments.
If keeping it in the family was a person, he also says heaven. I'm not believing.
Shots fired.
Kobe.
Johnny.
Oh, Johnny.
I'm not playing with you.
I guess you like your hair tonight.
I believe. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Come back to the camera, Aaron. Mm-mm.
Next story.
Okay. Oh, Lord Jesus. Hold on. Dear UTR, I'm a 28-year-old man who has been dating my girlfriend for 3 years. I love her to death and saw myself marrying her until she turned my world upside down. Recently, we was on a cruise for my family reunion. Lord, these family reunions. And she slept with my cousin, who was like a brother to me. But the cold part, I found out because I overheard her discussing it with her friends after we came back. The part that's really eating me up inside is that she enjoyed him more than me. She also stated that she was late. What am I to do? UTR, should I confront her or wait until she tells me? Sign, I don't know if it's mine.
fucking soulless bitch. Let me.
Oh my damn.
Soulless.
How dare you fuck somebody on my family reunion? Then you go home and you tell them you enjoy them.
Mm-hmm. So that woman is nothing more than
I'm gonna say this.
sleazy, dirty.
She ain't right.
You don't hear Beach talking?
I heard him talking. I just wanted to say she ain't right.
Oh, you about to just cut him off anyway. All right, go ahead.
She is nothing more than a sleazy, dirty, disgusting, brutal, bottom-feeding trash bag. Ho.
You sound like you took that a little too personal.
He was really trying to get that out. Like, okay.
You had an experience like that, to Meech?
No.
Mm.
But
Meech, where your family from?
More than likely, more importantly, did you take a cruise recently?
What, a family reunion? Like,
ironically, I've never been on.
And another thing, did you wear them beads when you did it?
I ain't going there tonight.
Better leave my damn Akuma necklace alone, motherfucker.
Number 5.
Anyway,
I like that song, by the way, Aaron.
it's a family reunion. I say
the other one. I like the other one better. At the family reunion, who we introduce.
No, but look, I say this. First of all, she wrong. She dead ass wrong because one, she knew that was his cousin because he said that's a cousin that's like a brother to him. So he's been around them for the longest. So that was some shit y'all had planned out. It gotta be. It ain't no shit that just happened. You don't just magically slip and fall on no dick. I'm sorry. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. So I would check her ass and then check my motherfucking cousin. Fuck you, nigga, because you old regular ass bitch ass gonna give my girl the best dick she had. And now she over here bragged about it. And then on top of that, we supposed to be like brothers. Where your bitch ass so I can fuck her?
Like, how dare you make my dick look bad?
Me personally, I think you should have a conversation with his shit. Be like, look, Xavier.
Thank you. The problem's not with the problem's not with the girl. Evidently, that's not your girl. So no, I
would walk around talking about shit like, look here, Xavier, we got to do better when we enter that.
They were together for 3 years.
For some reason,
that was his
not
girl
getting the job
until the family reunion.
Is she fucking a cousin? That's just the first time he found out about some shit. I'm sure she fucked somebody.
Yeah, because I was about to say, like, is this
you don't just go on a family reunion all of a sudden.
Fuck the cousin. That's the crazy part.
You don't just go on a family reunion trip in a 3-year relationship, all of a sudden fuck a cousin, and never done this type of behavior before.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's some shit that was basically out. Like, they were talking about the shit. You know,
I don't think they were talking about the shit. I just think that
like that. Hell yeah.
That's just been her. That's just been her MO. That's always been who she's been.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, just for the simple fact that she said that he was better, it's like, goddamn, like, you know what I'm saying? I need to have a conversation with myself about this particular situation.
At the end of the day, like, it's nothing else to talk to her about at this point. She cheated. She cheated with someone.
You need to tell her, bitch, I know we over with. That's what you do need to say.
Yeah, that's exactly what you say.
Yeah, that's Jeff their ass the fuck out of here.
And then not to mention, and like I said, is she possibly pregnant by this dude? Oh yeah, you need to go and call. You need to go and call Trevor and let him know. And
why does it gotta be Trevor?
I don't know. I just thought about it. Call Trevor, let him know. And
Trevor died on a Fresh Prince, so
he did. Bungee jumping accident.
Mm-hmm. Will you marry me?
No, they didn't get to the me part yet.
Hey, they said to me.
Well, that's the problem. He was
married. Plop.
He did say me.
Yeah, he did say me before he hit the ground.
I ain't no bungee expert, but he's not supposed to be slamming into the ground like that. But he slammed into that pussy real good, evidently. But we gonna we gonna slam into these comments though.
Go right ahead.
Johnny says, and this is directed to Heather, I suppose. He'll be in Vegas next weekend.
Boy, that boy got a semi-automatic with a full clip going in right now.
Stacy says, sleep with her mama.
Oh,
Damn.
that's actually good though.
Like a girl from TikTok.
Johnny says,
A big payback.
Devon says, she planned that. Probably did. Stacy says, anybody else live keep freezing or just my Wi-Fi laughing my ass off? No, it's Aaron's
No, it's
Wi-Fi.
glitching.
It's Aaron's Wi-Fi.
It's like Aaron did. It's glitching.
Devin says his dick is the problem. They've been fucking simple. They've been fucking simple, basically. It's been over. He just never knew.
Damn.
Well, so real more.
That's a
I mean,
good
she
way of
will
looking
come
at it.
sit here and brag about the other motherfucking dick. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Like I said, I would have a serious talk with my dick.
Wait a minute, Put. Why you had to look on your face?
Like, look here, Xavier.
I just listen. At this point, she for the streets, not streets, but the streets. Okay,
Literally. Out here,
she is for the streets.
y'all here dick hopping like it's no tomorrow. Yeah.
Don't say you
You
gonna
can-
fuck her and break up with her, because at this point, sir, you fucking her and then breaking up with her don't mean shit, because your cousin fucked her better than you do. So all I'm
It's
saying.
like, what's the purpose of you even sitting here saying, should I say something or should I? No, say something. Why would you not?
Do it, girl. Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Do it, girl.
Say something. Say something.
Wait.
You heard that in a minute.
Look at both of their names. Oh my god. I can't stand y'all
I'm not playing with y'all.
at all.
Okay.
First of all, I got my Bruce Lee stands. You come near me.
Wait, it's two more comments.
Let's see. Stacy says facts and said, is the pepe. The pepe.
No, it's supposed to say eyes the peppy.
Eyes the pepe. Sorry.
Eyes the peppy. Okay, next story. Dear UTR, I'm a recently divorced woman who has decided to take a walk on the wild side.
Oh,
I went to a swingers party, something I've never done before, and decided that I would have some fun. I ended up having fun with this guy. Well, I started a new job, and the guy I had the fun with ended up being my new boss. Needless to say, I was embarrassed. Now I don't know how to look at my boss without having flashbacks. I want another night with him, but I don't know what to say to him to see if he's interested or not. So should I ask him or should I just leave it alone? Sign, I want my boss.
well,
I mean, at this point, you already did the do, so it's like,
Girl, you better stop playing and go get your dick.
well, we know who about to be assistant next month. So
about to get a promotion real quick.
No, Aaron said she just
Definitely
want to
your way
raise.
all the way to the top. Like,
But I mean, if she didn't know who he was before she started her new job, it kind of like, you know. But now that he know you got, well, depends. Was it good to him? Like it was good to you? That's what you need to figure out before you go over there trying to.
do we even remember you? Do we even
Yeah,
remember
that
you?
is a good question.
Right.
Because what if he don't? What if he takes many walks on the wild side and you don't know?
Dude. I feel like I feel like I want to say go ahead and shoot your shot. But at the same time, if he don't remember you and you try hitting on him and he be like, no, that's against policies and you blah, 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 bitch, now you out of a job and you just got the motherfucker. I say wait it out. See if he says something to you first. and then you go on from there. Okay.
Go ahead.
So Meech, you joined in on the fuckery too?
Wow.
Hey, I had to read that again. It said quitter. I thought he said he was the most celebrated squirter. I was gonna say I didn't know men can do that. Meech, you telling me something new?
Well, shit.
Well,
Y'all funny.
I'm gonna say that
Oh shit!
I'm just saying, what if he tell her like, nah, the pussy trash, so don't no, I don't think I want to do that, and then it's just gonna, just stay here and do your job. There's a possibility, but then again, what if he says something along the lines of the pussy was good and you gonna get my job, and I'm gonna continue, and now everybody's gonna be wondering how did Molly get
The
Who the hell
promotion
is
that
Molly?
fast.
Why gotta be Molly? Damn.
You stupid. You stupid. But go ahead and go ahead. I guess you can go ahead and toot that thing in his office and see if you can get your promotion. I said it. I said it.
Thank God, mommy. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
You
That,
better pop like and drop
that
that
just takes
shit.
fucking your way to the top to a whole new meaning.
And no, Aaron,
Oh.
clearly she didn't read the employee handbook.
But I did.
Oh.
So
She read it. She just didn't give a fuck.
So y'all at a barbecue one day, you smoking weed, and come to find out that happens to be your boss. That means you gonna go back to your boss one day and say, "Hey, let's go smoke this weed at work." I'm confused.
I mean, I'm just saying she read the employee handbook. She just didn't read the fine print.
All right, I'm going back on mute.
And speaking of reading prints, I'm gonna read this print over here in the comments. Devon says, "Go get that promotion." Go ahead and be that real work wife. That was nice.
Damn.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Says, "Girl, go in that office, push him on the desk, pull it through his boxes and swallow it whole. Kiss him on his forehead and bring him his coffee the next morning."
Y'all don't get this man fired. Or y'all don't get this girl fired. It's called workplace harassment.
Okay.
Workplace harassment is real.
You can't just go in somebody's office and just do that.
Just
They got a word for that.
Give the Gok 3000. Like I just,
Giving a who?
the guac.
Oh.
She didn't say that at first.
I know. That's why I said giving a who.
She want to give him
I said Gok. Sorry.
Long story short,
3000.
Long story short, she's taking it by the gallon.
Meech, go sit in the corner.
Yep.
Damn, I'm in the corner. What the fuck?
You deserve that.
You deserve that.
Tell you about a
Gallon? A gallon, my guy.
Wonder that.
All right, y'all.
Don't answer.
All right, y'all. I'm going to the corner.
Who the hell have a gallon to shoot?
Boats and hoes. Gotta have your boats and hoes. Is that where we're going?
5.
So,
Every time he produce a court. Like, go sit in the corner. Fuck.
Stacey said his word against mine. Well, his
You
word.
better hope that man ain't got cameras in his office.
Exactly. Be like, I ain't about to get caught up.
Well, what if his words is don't use teeth? But anyway, we gonna go to the next story.
This is the last story for the night. Oh, wait.
She also says she swallowed evidence.
Stacey, you going to the corner with me?
She damn the show hell is at this point. Well, no, you're not, Stacey, because
Johnny, you was out the corner, brother.
Johnny, you already out the corner. Why you welcome?
So you're not even over there. So there's no reason to welcome.
Everybody go in the corner and think it's cool. When he was in school and went in the corner, he was in trouble. Lord,
Well, at least this time y'all ain't got a full bar over there.
Well, never mind.
Then again, this is Johnny. Never mind. Continue.
Next door.
y'all just wait till y'all hear this story.
Okay.
Dear UTR,
Hi.
growing up, me and my sister used to be real close. But as we got older, our relationship changed for the worse. She doesn't like me because she's jealous of the relationship I have with my mom. The hatred she has for me is unmatched. She's constantly talks down on me to our mutual friends and family. I'm at the point of disowning her as a sister or beating her ass. My question is, should I forgive her or chunk up the deuces and be done? Signed, soon to be only child.
Come out the corner, Meech.
Meech, don't do that hand motion while you sitting back like that ever again.
What her sister do again?
Welcome back.
The sister just talks down on her to the family and friends. She has hatred towards her because of the relationship with her and her mom. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
You gotta be more deeply rooted than that, just because you can't stand your sister like that.
It says
not
because of the relationship
necessarily.
she has with her mom. She's jealous of the relationship she has with her and her mom.
well, I mean,
That's deep.
you can get to that point with a sibling. So I
Who
mean,
the fuck can?
you can get to that point with a sibling. I mean, they can talk down. They can be like, just say just ruthless shit, and basically, honestly, it's what's in your heart at the end of the day. Do you feel that this is forgivable? Do you feel that you need to forgive at the end of the day? Do you feel that you don't need her as a sister and you can just ignore her at the end of the day? Or do you feel you need to whoop that ass, then forgive and keep it pushing?
Y'all want me to answer this question?
Yep.
Please.
Yep, we do.
Oh, please do.
Let me tell you something. I came in this world motherfucking alone. I can give a fuck. Okay? Bitch, if you talking about me, if you feel some type of way, you can kiss my ass 3 ways a Sunday. But what you're not gonna do is keep disrespecting me and talking about me, because I'm gonna beat your ass and then I'm gonna disown you. That's what I'm gonna do.
Talk your shit, but
So
she's gonna be on her own once again. But
you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. I know how I feel about people.
yeah, but that's basically piggybacking off that. If you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. I don't even necessarily need to beat your ass personally. I just don't fuck with you, honestly.
I mean, that would just be like the cherry on top. I'm just saying.
basically,
It's just the cherry on top for me.
people need to start remembering, just because you're blood with someone doesn't mean that you have to click with them. Like, if you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. Point blank, period.
Fuck you.
I mean, basically, it's like this. Like, you honestly, if you don't want to be bothered with the unnecessary drama, like take the high road, leave her ass where she is, and just live your life.
But that's the problem with people nowadays, especially when it comes down to the elderly. They always want to sit here and tell you, oh, that's your family. You should make sure that you keep connected. I ain't gotta be connected with you motherfuckers.
Do you see
So
my
I have to tolerate bullshit and their constant disrespect just because they're family? No. Hell no.
In the words of Bernie Mac, father, fuck you. It ain't happening.
And as Aaron said, it ain't nothing to cut that bitch. Snip, out.
If you don't fuck with me, you can cut it. Yeah,
Back.
mm, but yeah, you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. There's nothing for me to stop talking to you, and there's nothing for me to disown you and be just just look at you, just look give you a blank stare at the end of the day because because especially because if you're jealous of the relationship I have with my parent at the end of the day, it ain't like it's not like quote unquote you're adopted or I'm adopted and I'm being treated better because of such. You just jealous of the relationship at the end of the day, or because you feel that like me said earlier, favoritism or whatever. That's not my problem at the end of the day.
Basically, it's like okay, you have issues with me, that's fine. I mean, that's your problem. And bro, I just saw that.
Oh
That was
shit!
nice. That was perfect. That was perfect.
Oh
That
shit!
was perfect timing. But I
Okay.
like this. I like this. It's really nothing to like,
Ain't
hey,
nothing
you can
to
keep your
do.
monkey ass in Bitterville,
Mark.
whatever the fuck you want to stay at. It and I'm just gonna continue to do me at the end of the day. Like there's no reconciliation, there's nothing to talk about, there's nothing to like rekindle like that family closeness or anything like that. So you want to be bitter? Hey, enjoy your crappy life and have a nice day. And take this with you.
Take their monkey ass on. Okay.
Oh shit! It's like two comments.
Okay. Johnny says on your own, bruh.
Talking
And
about
also, fuck that bitch.
oh wait, got one more.
Uh, excuse me. Devon says sometimes you gotta distance yourself. Distance yourself doesn't
Even if
it's
it matter.
family doesn't if it's family or not will fuck you over in a heartbeat.
Facts.
He says, "Air, fuck them kids." Johnny said,
Yeah.
and Devon corrected himself.
I'm fucking done. I'm fucking
So
done.
we have come to the end of UTR's Talk Your Shit Family Business Part 2. Before we get out of here, we're gonna give our final remarks, and we're gonna start with the creator, Miss Heather V. Final remarks, please.
Thanks everybody for coming out, watching, participating in the comments. The comments were y'all had us rolling tonight for real. So thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting. We appreciate you so much. Also, it's late, but we're gonna give a late happy birthday to one of the panelists, which is Aaron.
Double
Happy birthday,
A.
Bring
double
your
A.
ass back to the
Happy
camera.
birthday, brother.
Drop your cash app if you want
Cash
somebody
out
to
below so you can, get blessed.
Drop my cash out.
Yo, it's your birthday, nigga.
You call me a bitch. It's my birthday, bitch. Now I'm gay. Earlier, now I'm a bitch. You know what?
I said nigga.
Oh, I'm about to say, y'all see me on the next. If y'all see me on a new show next time around, you know what? Yeah. Okay. I'll give I'll give my cash app out. If you might want to bless a young man, by all means, I really appreciate it. But thanks for the birthday shout outs. I appreciate y'all.
Definitely.
The love was unreal this year. So I appreciate all four of y'all, and I appreciate everybody who commented on the post in the group as well.
With your festive.
Yes. You want to continue?
Don't go there. Don't go there. This will be a Cat Williams interview.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop.
Damn.
I'm gonna stop. But my final remarks is it's probably going to sound really violent, but it don't matter if it's family or not. If they disrespect you, they can catch them hands. Point blank. Period.
Hey, you can't fight.
Well, they put me on blast. Damn.
I'm just playing.
Damn.
I'm just
I can get
playing.
my own Lupita.
It's a joke, man.
Damn.
You know, taser.
Coldness.
Damn, you taser motherfuckers. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. To the professor. Final remarks.
Life has its up and down. It's how you choose to roll with it. At the end of the day, you can't pick the hand that you're dealt, but you can play it the way you want to play it. At the end of the day, everybody get respect when they give respect. So if you disrespect me, you're gonna get it back. Plain the period. Shut up, Aaron, because I didn't do the other stuff this time. Okay? Yeah, I did not do that. So
You
I would
talking
say
about
this.
me.
Mind the business that pays you before you fuck around and catch a case or end up in a dirt box. Plain and simple.
Message.
A dirt box. Meech, final remarks.
Oh, wait a minute. And stop going to these damn family reunions because the shit keep fucking up your families.
Because Faith, oh, never mind. Faith ain't on the show tonight.
First of all, I just want to say, like, yo, everybody in the comment section, y'all stay being the MVPs of the night because y'all lit the comment section on fire. Now, for my remarks, be aware on who you bring around your family because not everyone in your family can be trusted, and not everyone in your family has their best interests in you or who you're dealing with. So just just keep in mind, like with certain family members, you're gonna have to keep that side eye like super active because trust is a motherfucker, and once it's broken, it's hard to regain back.
Well, alrighty.
Okay.
Oh, Lord. I can't.
Final remarks.
Stay out of it. Okay.
Is it on me?
Yes, sir.
My computer glitched. I didn't hear you say double A. Final
I
remarks.
did say that.
I'm telling you, I didn't hear it because my computer glitched. Okay, now I know it's on me. I just want to say, don't go on vacation because the week you come back, your Wi-Fi gonna go on vacation next and not allow you to do a show from talk your shit. Even more than that, again, thank you for all the birthday love. I would say, y'all gotta take care of y'all families, man. No one got a perfect family, but she's Louise. So y'all gotta, take care of y'all families best way y'all can. Remember, it's not always about yourself. Think about somebody else's position on how they may react or how they might come out on the other end. So take care of your families. I ain't gonna say the other line. I almost did that time, but take care of your families. And I'll holler at y'all on the next show. And keep an eye on your uncles too, because them niggas is nasty.
Sorry.
You're nasty, son of a bitch.
Meech, go back to the corner, Meech. I ain't playing, nigga. Get up.
Yeah.
Damn, you made me spit. I laughed so hard. The hell?
You'll get that gallon up, huh? All right.
Love you, Mitch.
Whew.
That's a little too much for my taste.
Final remarks. For the folks still watching, read my name. Them is my final remarks. Stay out of the bed. Stay out of it. You just don't need to be there. Bad things happen when y'all
What
get
if
caught
they was in the bathroom?
Huh?
What if they was in the bathroom?
Well, none of these stories reflect on the bathroom right now. If you gotta go to the bathroom, please go to the bathroom. But most importantly, don't go on a cruise. No time soon. Watch your husbands, nephews, uncles, male cousins around your husbands, your nephews, your uncles, and male cousins. Uncle Gerald Rule 234. Stay out of the bed and the floor. And that is my final remarks. But giving shout out to everybody in the comments for if we have first timers. If I don't remember y'all, my apologies. Just know that you yeah, we know your uncle, and you trying to get the auntie, the new the auntie who just recently had a new addition to her auntiness. So
You want the auntie and the auntie's girlfriend and sister and everybody else.
Oh shit.
So
wait a minute. Miss Stacy.
I'm not your daddy. I'm your grandpa.
Wait a minute.
And Johnny says, "I do it."
Aaron said.
Oh, sorry. Aaron said, "I do it." I'm sorry.
I ain't Johnny, nigga.
Well, y'all have that beard. Y'all like to wear your hats the same. Never mind. Anyway,
you cannot compare them two and say they look alike. I'm sorry.
That's my bro. That's my bro.
Look, I fuck with both of y'all, but and then I'm not saying that to say that's an insult, but you can't even say they remotely look alike at all.
That's heavy D. But anyway,
damn. I didn't say that, Johnny.
I can see it in the face. No, he looked like him.
Okay, all right. Never met you, brother, so I don't know. But
I ain't go real fast like this.
Like a glitch.
But we have come to the end of Family Business Part 2. We will be back. So
that threw him off.
Is there a Part 3?
No.
Oh, I'm about to say, like,
I just said we'll be back. I just said we'll be back. I just said that
like we have more family business. Like, damn, there's a lot of family business we just addressing around this motherfucker.
I mean, like I said, like I said, we reading from the emails that we get, so it could be some more family business. Who knows at this point? Like I said, a lot of people went on cruises this year, so a lot of people took trips.
I took a trip. I damn sure didn't go on no cruise. So I can say that much.
Well, let's.
I've been at home.
And one more remark. Make sure your dick is working on your significant other, because for some reason it just ain't. So
wait, we got one more.
Oh, Johnny, you really about to? We gonna end with you in the corner.
Johnny says, "I am at that age where I could hit the daughter, the mama, aunt, and grandma
at the same damn time."
With you in the corner. Mm-mm.
You know what, Johnny?
And that was comment of the night.
Right.
You ain't lying. You are at the age, Johnny. You're right. So just don't be all at the same time, sir.
So as we end this, we're gonna say, take care of yourself and each other. We love y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Bye.